Coach, what do you kind of see from that Arkansas defense and ways you guys can kind of take advantage of it?
Yeah, sometimes after watching last year's film, it's another game where it looks kind of rough watching it, but they've done really well. They play hard. Coach showed them. Their defensive coordinator does a really good job. But a lot of zone coverage so far, and got to be good. Sitting in the holes, sitting in the windows, and that receiver, and occasionally running the ball and being good with that. And so, I think they play as hard as any of the people we've played, as far as just trying hard, so to speak. So it'll be tough.
This offense ran the ball quite a bit against Kentucky. How'd you kind of feel about the blocking your unit did that kind of helped in that running game?
Yeah, pretty good. We've worked on it quite a bit. I know I felt good. That's always one of those things you got to keep. The second you kind of chill on it, so to speak, it can go bad. But no, we're expected and asked to make some key blocks, and I thought overall they did pretty good.
Not so much, I guess. It's not just the slot receivers, but you see guys on the outside in the slot, younger guys like Ra and Rufus, and those guys making plays and pushing those older guys. I'm sure as a coach, you love seeing that, to see that competition.
Yeah, that's it. That's the name of the game, is competition. And I mess with my guys, and I've told guys in the past that I've coached is, if you kind of sit around and wait, redshirting it isn't as common. You can get your 4 games, but if you kind of wait for your turn, the next guy's going to pass you up. That's kind of your attitude. And so right now we don't feel like we have any of those guys. But yeah, if a guy's on your heels, or all of a sudden, as you guys know, we've moved guys from outside to inside and back. I mean, there's a reason sometimes why we're moving guys. So I think that's good. And they're still all competitive, but still helping each other out, and good dudes. That's what's kind of cool too.
How much can you use Christian Ford as an example to those younger guys?
Yeah, I think so. And he just kind of kept getting better and better and better. And it is one of those things where maybe early on they're like, they get happy for guys that might not get a lot of reps in practice, and then it's probably all of a sudden like, all right, he's getting a lot of reps in practice, and all of a sudden coaches, so there's some of that, and I think that just keeps the room going, a little bit.
What about that catch he made going toward the sideline? That was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
Big time, and that's something he's worked on quite a bit. Me and him have talked about, but again, it's the players that work on it, and catching over the shoulder specifically is something from a year and a half ago he needed to work on, and he has. That was really neat. I'm always looking at if his feet are down. But that was big time.
Mike Leach a couple weeks ago said this was kind of like a one-layer team. Do you feel like it's more like a two-layer team now, just with some of the emerging players on offense, defense, both? Yeah,
meaning like from a depth chart standpoint.
Chart,
yeah, I think so. We always want more. I'd love to have kind of more guys continuing to get better, and like I was saying, we'll maybe move some guys around more and more in the spring at receiver. You never know, but that has to do with the competition, and then being able to rotate. Trying to have fresh guys in this schedule, in this league is so important. You get tired, it's going to be pretty rough at any position.
With some of those younger guys you were talking about, all offseason you guys talk about how important repetition, experience is in the offense. Why is it that some of the younger guys are able to come in so quick and make a play like that?
No, I think what happens is the older guys, with the stuff we do offensively, they come in and the older guys start coaching them up, and that's something that we've always kind of it's been important to us, whether they're on their own in the summer, even those young freshman quarterbacks. Will has gone over a lot of stuff with them, and then the older guys, after now a spring and a summer, Teddy Knox gets here, and some guys can actually communicate with them and say, nah, this is kind of how it goes, and Will